Alright, so this one is going to be pretty quick since, as some of you know, I'm working on my options select guide, but I found a really cool tech the other day that I haven't seen anyone talk about. So basically, when you pull out Link's bomb, you instantly gain access to some really nice combos, like this one dubbed the Bear Flip, or when he takes you on the fair train, or when he does Nair into whatever that was. And what's really cool about it is that the primary tool to enable those combos, the Z-drop, is basically a really fast short-ranged aerial having 4 frames of startup, 3 of which are quite literally you in the process of jumping. Because this action is so fast, it, at least hypothetically, makes for a great out of shield option. You get access to all those potentially devastating combos with a move that comes out as fast as Samus's up B. That said, there's a problem. When you try to use it out of shield, you can't normally get enough momentum to follow up, at least not before they can shield. You could start a dash and get your momentum like that, but because of this game's wacky shield physics, that adds an additional 11 frames of startup, meaning that if you account for the dash startup, that turns a frame 4 option into a minimum frame 16 option. Not a good thing. You could also forward throw the bomb, but F throw on Link doesn't combo for Shawarma? Shawarma's nice. But there is a way to get those combos out of shield, and that's the tech I'm going to teach you today. I'm G5 Cosmos for Game 5 Smash, and wait, sorry, wrong channel. Though go check their stuff out if you like learning about Smash tech. I'm Bro Across, and this is full momentum Z-dropping. This tech lets you have full momentum when doing your Z-drop from a standstill, allowing for your bear flip and fair train combos. If you watched my previous spacing guide or have seen Snossen's channel, still don't know how to pronounce that, but definitely go check their channel out, you'd have seen a pretty similar tech, that being full momentum Nair. And the input for it is pretty similar too, just with Z-drop instead of attack. Press and hold jump, press grab while you're still in your jump squat, and flick your stick forward right after. If you do it right, you should go at your character's maximum airspeed. This tech is slightly less particular than full momentum Nair, but still very hard. You need a hold jump the whole time or it'll cancel into a regular forward throw. With Z and the stick it doesn't matter, as long as jump is held you can either tap or hold either of the two and it's fine. As far as frame data goes, the first is your jump, frame 2 or 3 is the Z drop, and at most, frame 4 is when you move your control stick. It doesn't have to be frame 4 if you Z-drop the frame after jumping, but if you press Z in a direction at the same time, it'll be thrown instead. The same happens if you press jump and Z at the same time. Regardless of when you time the stick, it'll always be a forward throw. And if you press a direction after frame 4, you won't get the benefits of FMZ. Give it a few hours of practice though, and depending on your skill level, you'll probably get it pretty fast. The main caveat to this tech is that while the character moves forward, the item doesn't, meaning that range-wise, it's still the exact same. Most of the time, it's an overall good trade-off to have, the limited range in exchange for something only 1 frame slower than this absolute war crime of a move. But there's some cases where an opponent's move pushes you out too far to get your bear flip, and maybe because you're on the other side of the stage, you can't kill with the normal out-of-shield GSA. I haven't found a good way to solve this issue yet, and the only thing I did come up with was too slow to punish anything in most situations. One more note. Hypothetically speaking, it's possible to do an FMZ neutral air, but because you have to flick the stick back to neutral before doing the aerial, I think it might be a bit difficult to go for. If you know how to do a C-stick flick, thanks again Snossen, then you probably have to apply that muscle memory here to get a Nair out in time, but with the control stick instead. Alright, that was the video. FMZ is admittedly a difficult input, but given a few hours of practice, it's probably not much more so than Kazuya's Electric Wind God Fist. I'm not sure if other item characters could benefit from this tech, since I don't really play them, but I bet it could be really helpful to start certain combos out of shield. For high or top end Link mains though, practicing this will definitely help a lot. Like I said, I'm still working on the option select guide, but I thought I'd make this as well as a sort of stopgap or something cool I found. Thanks for watching. If you made it to the end and like what I do here, I greatly appreciate it. I'm pushing the option select guide back to January or February-ish so I can catch up on my schoolwork, and I'm really sorry for that, but I am just one guy. A guy that has serious procrastination issues. But yeah, that's about it. Merry Christmas and see ya.